learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, living to serve.
All the FFA chapters and 4-H clubs in Collin County will join together to show cattle, lambs, goats, pigs, chickens, rabbits, ag mechanics projects, and horticulture projects as well. Many of these students, some of their projects started as far back as a year ago, either as far back as a year or right before Thanksgiving. And the students come up to the ag barn twice a day at least to feed their animals in the morning and in the evenings. They are on very strict diets to ensure that they are given the proper nutrients. We have very strict exercise regimens. They've got the time management, which I think is probably the number one thing. Kids are busy. There's a million different options that they can take part in, just from doing homework and trying to excel in their classes to having part-time jobs if they have to, helping their family. And so they have to figure out how they're going to manage their day to get up here, manage their finances. This is a big financial commitment, and so you have to create a budget and be involved. And so more than just keeping this animal alive, there's so many different aspects.
We are getting him ready to show. Right now we're working on his legs because that's a big part of the show. Like, you want their legs to look big and fluffy.
It's not all just about the showing and getting them prepared for a judge and everything like that. It's like everything you do behind the scenes. You bond with them, you wash and bathe them nearly every day, rinse them, just do all these things to get them to know you and get them used to you so they're comfortable with you. County and Fort Worth are hair shows, so they're looking for their hair, just their muscle and all their like meat product and stuff. So when you go to a slick sheared show, that's when you shave them all off. So they're not looking for hair, they're just simply looking for what they have underneath all of that hair. He's kind of my favorite this year just because he knows what he is and he knows his presence. Like, anytime he walks in a ring, he perks his ears forward, has that look, always walks right into his stance to set up and look good for the judges. So I just really love him, and he works the best for me right now. So
this is one of my goats. He is Superman is his name, and I named him Superman because of the little stars in his forehead. Your bone structure, you want your joints to be good, and muscle amount and fat amount. You don't want too much fat, you don't want too little fat, you don't want too much muscle, you don't want too little muscle. It's really just like the perfect amount. And you want like good hide and fur. Getting to the end of the year and getting finished, and if you're successful, it really is just like, I don't know, it feels like you achieved something big. And I like the feeling of having to wake up and take care of something and be responsible for something.
Showing's one of my favorite things. Just about every weekend we'll go to a show and you meet 10 people on average, just all ages, and it's just a lot of fun. So they're looking for like market value, so that's like their carcass, like the meat that they produce. So they'll look at like frame size and like muscle and fat percentages, and you want them a perfect mix between fat and athletic looking. I think that his back shape, and it's just incredible because he's always been kind of, from the day he was born, he's just been a rock star. In these past few weeks, he's really just came around, and he's just like back shape and how opened up he is to be this size. I think he's a very good pig.
So I show steers, and I think the one thing I'm most passionate about, it sounds weird, is the work that goes into it. Getting the steers ready for a show, the early morning and late night setting up for the show, hauling to the show. Sometimes we wake up at 4 o'clock and don't go to bed till 2 o'clock that same day. It's a lot of hard work and commitment, but to me it's like hard work that I want to do, and it keeps me out of trouble a lot.
I highly suggest you to join an ag class because it opens up plenty of opportunity, and you'll meet tons of new people, make lots of new friends. So give it a shot. It may not be your thing, but at least give it a shot.
My favorite part of this is how I grew up. I started doing this. I had a pig entered in the West Texas Fair and Rodeo before I was ever born. So I've done this truly every single day of my life. And it's something that people that have this way of life sometimes can often take for granted. Not everyone has grown up the same way that I did, and I'm able to, through my job and working with the FFA students, I can bring this program to the students that would have never had the opportunity. And so it's really enjoyable whenever students that never thought they would have a passion for agriculture can come in here and live the farm life.
And it remains close between the pair of them, and I think there's just one that fits me a little better in terms of just overall balance and proportions. One that's tall fronted, excellent looking from her blade forward, opens up with enough shape and mass. I like the young lady's Berkshire Bear to be a reserve champion.